Hello, everybody. Welcome to the late night face check. My name is Joe Zombie, co-caster, usually with Mark Zombie, but today we got AlanHicks from LuBu. Alan, how you doing today?
Doing wonderful, Joe. Thanks for having me here.
Oh, heck yeah, yeah, great to have you. As we were just saying, pretty much first time for both of us doing something like this, so excited to be here. Um, let's just get right into it. And how about you start with like a little history of LuBu?
Well, first of all, it has nothing to do with Dynasty Wars. People have some idea about that. It's not right. LuBu is short for Lunch Bunch. So the original four guys that made up the Lunch Bunch, they basically went to like grammar school, middle school, high school, all together, right?
Yeah,
And they all sat at the same lunch table, and their parents started calling them the Lunch Bunch. That's where that comes from.
I like that. That's
Uh,
deep. That's deep. That goes back.
Yeah, so I'm the original odd man out. They only had four guys, and they needed somebody to, round out the team, and I'd play with them a little bit. So they invited me, and I'm like, sure, I'll join.
Yeah, that
Uh,
sounds awesome. What exactly is your role within the team?
well, the first four seasons I played off lane,
Mm,
and then we've had some of the core team sort of. I wouldn't say disband because they're still on the team, but they're not active as much anymore, right? And so I've shifted over to tank. I've also shifted into the captain position.
mm.
Um, so this season is the first time doing that, and so it's been a little bit of a learning curve for me as well there.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. And you guys coming in as first seed, number one. I know you're probably excited about that. Just yeah, being on top. What are some of your team strengths that you see personally?
The thing we do best is macro,
Hmm.
generally speaking. We generally do great macro. We don't always have the best micro when we face off on teams, but we generally do really well on the macro to the extent that that can sometimes make up for any deficiencies we have in micro and mispositioning and things like that.
Yeah, yeah. That's one awesome thing about just watching really anything competitive. Just the different teams and the different nuances they have and their strengths and weaknesses. So that's awesome. Um,
Yeah.
coming into this upcoming match tonight, actually, Mark and I are casting, so that'll be exciting. Any special strategies that you're coming in with, or any special like things you've done to prepare?
Well, we've done a fair bit of scouting, and I'm not going to drop any strategies or anything, but I'll say this much: Scald and Sweat Cult is kind of difficult to scout
Hmm.
because they're not the same team that they were when they started the season.
Interesting.
Literally, not figuratively. I mean, they've had some roster changes. They've changed up the way they play, made big improvements. So,
Hmm.
scouting earlier games not particularly helpful, right?
Yeah.
Uh, so we've gone through their match against Probius a couple times. We've been working on that. I'm still doing some scouting here when I get off with you.
Hmm.
Well, I've got a bunch of lead I got to pour up, but after that, I'm going to be hitting stats in the storm pretty hard,
Yeah, 100%.
uh, and hopefully get the right draft picks and stuff. We know they really like Lunara. We know they play a Medivh that was instrumental in them beating Probius in game one. They have a lot of one of their new roster additions plays a lot of everything. So
Yeah.
he's going to be a little bit of a wild card, a little difficult to work around.
Yeah.
Uh, so we're kind of focusing. I think we're going to kind of focus more on the guys that have been on the team for the entire season
Heck yeah.
and focus our scouting efforts there.
Yeah, I love it. And then coming up on the last question, we'll round it out here. What do you think about your opponent? Are you a little nervous of tonight? You say you're definitely keeping an eye on him.
I wouldn't say we're nervous. I mean, we've been playing in NGS for 4 seasons now,
Yeah.
and three of those seasons we finished at or near the top. right?
Mhm.
I guess 4 seasons now, counting this in the regular season, and we have a history of then going out in the very first round of playoffs, uh, or the second round. We've never
Yeah.
won it all, but we don't have to. We just need to have fun,
Yeah.
right?
Which,
That
yeah,
that's
main thing.
that's the main thing, is to have fun. It's a beer league,
Yeah.
right? We're not talking
100%.
about we're not talking about big winning money or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
But we've been in these playoffs before. We don't have the first time nerves or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just another game.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome to hear. Alan, thank you one more time. Good luck tonight, and can't wait to watch. It'll be a good one.
Have a good one. Take care.
Thank you.